1,000 present here at the Ultra, you still cannot miss the jumbo 747 figure of our man on the ball, Romy Quintana, who's right now beside another airplane, and that's Super Francis.
Thank you very much, Macho Joe. Super Francis it is, the superstar of the PBA Glamour team in Ginebra, San Miguel. Francis, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Romy.
Now, you're one of the PBA veterans, and of course you know that your team has gone a long way since it was organized early this year. Now, what can you say of the team composition right now as you are, you know, your shape, your attitude, whatever?
Well, the mere fact that we're in this point today, I think that's a point for us. No? That means we've been working together, and I just hope it's all up from here on.
Now you're up against a running team, and you also would like to run. So what did Sonny say before you came in?
Well, as you know, Northern is a very disciplined and regimented. They have a very regimented offense. So once you can control that, that means you just have to switch and box out. I think we have a very good chance of winning. As of running, well, when we can, we'll run. When we cannot, we'll just set it up. I just hope you stick around because it's going to be one hell of a game.
Okay, good luck, Kiko. Back to the panel.
Well, Francis couldn't have said it more accurately. I'm preparing myself for another case of vertigo because we have on the floor right now two of the best running teams in the entire world. And we'll be back right after this. All right, you're back with us here with the Ultra in time for the initial roll call. First to emerge from the bench is easily the biggest favorite among the imports in the present crop. That's Michael Hackett. And here is easily the most popular cager in the land, and he's been that for many years now. Sonny Jaworski, playing coach for Ginebra San Miguel. Francis Arnaiz, the Robin in that Batman and Robin tandem, has just joined him on the floor.
Standing 6'3", number 13, Saldana.
Fourth man off the bench and just barely getting his jacket off is Terry Saldana, the high-leaping 6'3" forward. And Joey Marquez rounds up the first five for Ginebra San Miguel in the light-colored uniforms. Dr. J, what you do was the pleasure of taking it over for NCC.
For the Northern Consolidated squad, we have Dennis Steele starting off as a center for the team. He's credited as being 6'7". Gets a proper applause from the Northern Consolidated fans. Number 9, Samboy Lim, one of the most popular amateur cagers in the land.
Standing 5'9", number 14, Calma.
Number 14, everybody knows him, Hector Calma, the hero of many games for the Philippine team.
Number 12, Dignadice.
He's a very important backup to the team. Number 12, forward, power forward, Dignadice. And of course, the high-leaping, ever-dependable Jeffrey Moore, who scored 40 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists in their last game against the Ginebra San Miguel squad.
Well, Dr. J, right off the bat, you can see a lot of very interesting matchups that will shape up in the opening minutes of the basketball game.
The important matchup here is between Hector Calma and Francis Arnaiz, who will, you know, they both are speedy, shifty, can score. Francis has a better outside shot, but Hector has been very consistent from 15 feet. Sonny Jaworski's job is to limit Samboy Lim, who usually explodes in the first quarter. Steele knows how to defend against Hackett using his body. Jeff Moore, Terry Saldana, a little advantage, of course, for Jeffrey Moore, but Terry can lift. And this is where Ginebra might fall down a little bit, with the fact that Dignadice can come in with more rebounds than Joey Marquez. Of course, Joey is the better scorer.
And the three gentlemen who will be officiating this contest are three of the best cops on the beat, and they are Dr. Ting Cruz, Mr. Renato Ledesma, and Robert Gummit, wearing numbers 3, 15, and 23 respectively. Of course, a lot of people are looking to Michael Hackett to brandish the cause of Ginebra San Miguel tonight, and that's him who will be taking on Dennis Steele at the center circle for the initial tip-off. He's giving away easily 2.5 inches to the Jolly Green Giant, who surprisingly is without any bandages on his knee.
Knee protectors, yes. But Michael Hackett, even though he gives away 2 inches, he can really lift if he gets his proper timing.
Steele goes to Heck Kalma. And barely 5 seconds into the game, we already have the first basket.
There was no definite play in that jump ball play. It so happened that Steele got a good tap to Hector Kalma. Posting up, Samboy steals the ball from Sonny Jaworski.
Samboy Lim. A lot of people regard him as the young Jaworski. Now he's sticking on his very own idol himself.
I personally like to feel that Samboy Lim is a bigger version of Danny Florencio during his prime.
That might be closer to it, eh?
Yes. Traveling violation called against Jeff Moore.
We're 25 seconds into the game, 2-0. Ginebra San Miguel still has to break the ice, and we have the familiar backcourt tandem of Sonny Jaworski and Francis Arnaiz. That's how it's been for about a full decade now.
Maybe more, Joe, even during their amateur days.
That's true. Michael Hackett at low post against Denny Still. Here's Terry Saldana. Can't get past heavy traffic. The NCC is clogging up that lane very effectively. Marquez with a forced shot. And here's Hectoma initiating another fast break in the works for NCC. The red shirts settle down to a half-court defense. Kalma goes to position for the jump shot. And 3 seconds. Error upon error here by NCC.
Well, Hector Kalma faked off a little bit and then dribbled two more dribbles, and that was the reason why Dennis Steele was caught for the 3-second violation.
There must be a whole swarm of butterflies in the tummies of all 10 men on the floor tonight. Hackett against Dennis Steele. Distracted by Hackett and foul on the rebound play.
By Terry Saldana. Well, Hackett playing a little bit on the high post now. Loose ball foul was called against Terry Saldana. Still a 2-0 count in favor of the NCC squad.
You know, Dr. J, a lot of people have noted the seeming decline in the performance lately of Michael Hackett, although he did redeem himself somewhat in that winning game against Shell. Well, tonight a lot is riding on his shoulders.
3-point play by Sam Boylin.
Dennis Steele keeps it alive. And Marquez simply hang on to his... First personal for Marquez. Already the second team foul for Ginebra San Miguel against a clean slate for NCC.
There you can see in the slow-mo, Dennis Steele going up. Dennis is about a 60% free throw shooter, so let's see how he does tonight. Missing his first.
Opening minute stage fright for Dennis Steele. He misses likewise on the second try.
He's a poor free throw shooter and something that he really has to work on, but very good in rebounds, defense, and the dunk shots.
Marquez in the right quarter court. Guarded by Ives Dignadize. Heck Kalmak keeping a close stab on Francis Arnaiz. Saldana banging into Ives Dignadize. He wasn't in any position to take that shot. Marquez with the offensive rebound. He's fouled on the way up.
Very good offensive rebound by Joey Marquez. His man did not box him out. He got the ball over Dennis Steele. Fake. Got the first personal foul of Steele.
Ginebra still has to score a point, and Marquez has the beautiful opportunity to come up with the first 2 points for Ginebra San Miguel tonight. Joey Marquez. I can't really say that his distinction is being the brother of beauty queen Melanie Marquez, because he has already carved out a name for himself.
Better to say he's the son of Director Tenor Marquez.
Okay, that should settle the issue once and for all.
And his father would be happy.
All right, we've got a first deadlock at 2-all. A minute and 45 gone by in a basketball game. Kalma against Francis Arnaiz. And looks like we have a foul away from the ball.
A foul called on Sonny Jaworski as there was a double cross screen downstairs. Sonny trying to box out the man from cutting in, use his shoulders. He felt that it was a useless foul for himself, actually.
Yes, and he wasn't exactly very happy about the call.
Yes.
Heck Kalma orchestrating the offensive for the red shirts of NCC at low post. Jeffrey Moore against Sonny Jaworski. He goes up against the big J. And the big M scores.
Difficult fadeaway shot, but Jeff Moore has been showing us that.
2-point lead for NCC.
Yes, sir.
Shot by Marquez. That's what they need a lot of. Outside sniping.
Yes, and Marquez has the 4 points of Ginebra San Miguel. He was also a starter for this team against their game against Shell. No?
That's right. And it wound up as a massacre at the expense of Shell. Unproductive thrust. Dignadize with a second effort. Jeffrey Moore trying to keep it alive. The ball winding up in the hands of Terry Saldana, who keeps pushing it up, having trouble controlling the leather. He goes up, and Ives Dignadize just blocked it out of his hands on a very clean steal.
3-on-2 situation for NCC. Kalma will take the jumper and makes it.
Despite the tentative nature with which Kalma took that shot, it was an unerring touch from the 15-foot line to give NCC back the lead at 6-4.
You can see that the Ginebra San Miguel team has already set the tempo. They want to play fast no matter what happens. To try to tire out, 3-point shot by Sonny Jaworski. Try to tire out Dennis Steele and Jeff Moore by making them come very quickly back on defense.
That's going to be a tall order. These two guys are in superb condition, it seems. Right down the middle, Jeffrey Moore. 4-point lead for NCC. Time down to 8 minutes and 55 seconds in the first quarter. 3 team fouls for Ginebra. A solitary foul for the amateurs. Francis goes to Michael Hackett.
Oh, super!
That shot by Joey Marquez.
That's an easy 2 points for him.
Yes. And there goes a 4-point swing. First, Ginebra misses, and quickly a fast break results in 2 points for NCC.
I like the way you called that 4-point swing. Shows you really drink a lot, huh?
Swing. All right, here's Sonny
Swing of
Jaworski.
anti-player.
Swing with anti-players, special whiskey. Hackett. Inside heavy traffic. The finger roll rims out, but he's going to go to the line.
He'll have 2 free throws from the 50-foot line to cut down that lead. Hackett had a good play for himself there. Look at that speed. Reminds you of Fernandez, huh? At a bigger height, no? And a heavier body.
Indeed. Michael Hackett wearing the house number of a roulette game on his back. Is looking to redeem himself from some mediocre performances in the last few games of Ginebra San Miguel. He's got a flawless touch, though, from the 15-foot line.
You can't really blame him, Joe. I think that when a person starts showing his worth, starts scoring 70 points, 76, 60-something, you can't help it, but the defense will play tougher against you. So, you know, that will really kill your production, but I doubt if he'll only have 26 tonight. Violation they're called against the Northern Consolidated squad.
Lucky break falling the way of Sonny Jaworski as he calls the shots from top of the key. Confronted by Samboy Lin. Here's Michael Hackett playing outside against Dennis Still. Again, the constricting defense of NCC keeping the Ginebras out of the lip paint. Here's Arnaiz. He finds a breach. He gets it right back. 2 misses in a row by Francis. Another fast break in the works for NCC. And Jeffrey Moore with a clear case of traveling.
Actually, they're two, you know, the referees here really are very good. Dr. King Cruz, referee Ledesma, considered by Rudy Navarro as 2 of the 3 best referees here in the PBA today.
Well, speaking of officiating, we've seen considerably improved officiating in PBA games in the last several days.
And a Sargent violation called against Terry Saldana as he could not leave his pivot foot. He banged in against his defender. 14 fouls called against Ginebra, 2 against the Northern Consolidated squad.
Well, I don't have the exact stats, but they just might be even as far as errors are concerned up to this point. Heck, Kalma against Francis Arnaiz. They're ahead by 5. Jeffrey Moore with a getaway from Terry Saldana.
As Terry Saldana gambled for the steal, he lost out because Moore scored an easy 2 points.
And that's a 7-point advantage posted on the scoreboard for the NCCs. Michael Hackett, he hasn't scored a basket yet.
Yeah, he has 2 points from the 15-foot line.
That's right. Here's Jaworski.
That's going to be a foul on Jeff Moore as he tries to come into the path of Sonny Jaworski. Jacobs is complaining, but he's wrong, and that's a foul.
And if Ron Jacobs
There you
doesn't
can
fight
see.
down,
There
yes.
you can see Moore moving.
It was a moving violation, so to speak. And Ron Jacobs is fit to be tied again. Joey Marquez gets a big hand as he's relieved by Arnie Quadlis. And Sonny J is on the line for a pair of charities. The record holder in 3-point shots. He missed his first attempt from the 3-point region. Let's see if he can pick up 2 points from the stripe. First point for the Big J. And the NCC lead is down somewhat to 6 points. Make that 5. 7 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter. The first episode of another developing epic here at the Ultra. Heck Kalma against Francis. So what else is new? Dennis Steele jockeying for position against Michael Hackett. Jeffrey Moore saves
Easy
the ball.
2 points. Oh, but he missed the stop shot.
Well, he wound up grasping the rim. Here's Michael Hackett. Nearly slid. Recovered his balance. Tries a second time. And Digmadize says, enough is enough.
That's a good defense there by the NCC. They didn't give Michael the easy shot. Digmadize from about 12 feet.
Great follow-up by Samboy.
You can see the other players feeling the pressure of this ball game, but Samboy Lim is living up to his name as one of the best amateurs in the land.
And he's cool as a cat's nose the way he plays against the Big J. A double team thrown on Michael Hackett. Sonny Jaworski against Samboy. Dennis Steele coming out of nowhere to steal the ball from Michael Hackett. He goes cross-court. Right back from Samboy Lim. Dennis Steele with his first bucket tonight.
This time he didn't try any fancy stuff, Joe. He went for the easy layup via the board. No more ducks.
No more ducks. No more fancy stuff. 16-7 is the count. Still a 9-point lead for NCC. Hackett goes to Sonny J. Now low posting against Samboy Lim. Arnaiz goes on the screen. Set up by the Big J. The Big J goes inside heavy target. There was decoy play. Arnie Quadlis is open. He misses. A lot of shots missed by Ginebra. And here's Jeffrey Moore trying to outsprint Ricky De Losa.
He's down on the floor.
What a guy. Terrific balance. He took a somersault and came up on his 2 feet.
Right.
First time out of the ball game called by Ginebra San Miguel. We'll be right back. We're past the halfway point of the first quarter. To be exact, 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. You're watching a replay in slow-mo of the last highlight of that piece of action. Right now, Ginebra San Miguel has been held down to only 7 points in almost 7 minutes. That's about a point a minute for the Ginebras.
3-point shot by Samboy Lim. We're going to have a loose ball foul called against, let's see who.
Loose ball foul, Moore.
Loose ball foul on Jeff Moore. He comes up with the interception.
That's right. Came back with vengeance in his eyes. Heck Calma. The fact that Ginebra San Miguel has been held down to 7 points is a terrific testimony to the suffocating defense put up by NCC on its defensive end of the court.
You're very correct, Joe. Fadeaway shot by Jeffrey Moore.
Michael Hackett had the inside track on the rebound, and referee Ledesma calls a foul on Ibis Dignavise in an attempt to swipe from behind it.
Yes, that puts the Northern Consolidated squad with 5 team fouls as compared to 4 for the Ginebra San Miguel squad.
5:12 remaining first quarter. Still a 9-point lead for NCC. Both squads have to bleed for every point in this basketball game. Arnie Quadlis. Ibis Dignavise quickly to Jeffrey Moore. Very crisp ball movement by the red shirts of NCC.
Yes, they do not waste any passes as much as possible. Good steal there.
Sonny Jaworski initiated that steal, but here's Samboy Lim with a counter steal off his idol.
Yes, they didn't try any fast breaks. They're on top by 9 right now, the Northern Consolidated squad.
Good pass. Reverse layup by Jeffrey Moore.
And the percentage of Ginebra must really be awful here in the first quarter, partner.
Indeed. The stats in that department will be eye-popping by the time we come to lemon time. Right now, Jeffrey Moore leads the scoring parade for NCC with 8 markers. Francis Hernandez getting a pick from Michael Hackett. Okay, here's Michael. One-on-one against Dennis Steele. He prevails.
Yes. Michael could have been called for the traveling violation, 1.5 step, maybe 2, as he stopped on his dribble.
Well, it's a borderline case. And the Ginebra deficit is down to 9 points. 3:44 remaining first quarter. Heck Calma to Jeffrey Moore. He's worked up a pretty good sweat. His body glistening with it as Sonny Jaworski continues to tighten up on him. Hook pass to Lim. He's right down the middle. Got it.
Shot by Samboy Lim. How many points does he have, Joe? 8?
6 points.
6. Top scorer for that team is Jeffrey Moore with 8.
For Ginebra San Miguel, Marquez has 4. Michael Hackett has 3. Arnaiz tries to get into the scoring parade, and he does so with a lot of flourish.
His first 2 points of the ball game.
2011. Popping the ball. You know, I would have believed it if it had been called on any other fellow but Hector Calma, who is easily one of the best ball handlers in the land.
Yes, and one of the most experienced.
Exactly. Arnie Tuanles against Jeffrey Moore. Beautiful move by Arnie Tuanles, getting Jeffrey Moore committed and scoring the easy basket.
He's not called one of the top forwards for nothing. Northern still on top, however, by 7 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter.
2013 is exact tally. Good steal by Arnie Tuanles. Another fast break in the works for Ginebra San Miguel. And this time, Arnie decided to take matters right into his own hands, going coast to coast.
Back-to-back baskets by Arnie Tuanles cuts down the lead to 5.
And the Ginebra San Miguels are right on track. Francis keeping a tight watch on Heck Calma. Jeffrey Moore having a hard time against Ricky De Losa. Sonny Jaworski now is watching Samboy Lim. A double team on Jeffrey Moore. Cross court nearly stolen by Hackett. Samboy Lim back into Francis Hernandez, losing the ball to Sonny Jaworski. There's the outlet pass. Michael Hackett is going to challenge Ibis Dignavise. He gets it right back. He's going to go up against the Jolly Spring Giant.
Good offensive rebounding. 6-0 burst by the Ginebra San Miguel, and the lead is down to 3.
And the Ginebra fans are delirious with delight. And just for the record, we'd like to inform you that Ginebra San Miguel figured in the 9 best attended games of the 3rd Congress of the PBA. That's a matter of record. 2017 is the count. 3-point lead for NCC. 1 minute and 46 to go. Dr. Cruz blows his whistle.
Empty foul by Ricky Relosa to stop the fast break, the slip of Samboy Lim.
And 1 minute and 46 remaining in the first quarter. I'm Joe Quintana, and I have the pleasure of working tonight with Dr. Andrew J. Howe, who for a change looks very relaxed. His team already having made it to an outright semifinals berth.
Well, yes, Joe, it really affords you relaxation, as you would call it, because, you know, the battle here is going to be tough. The winner has to play Magnolia to try to make it to the semis. If you lose, you still go back to the quarterfinals, wherein you'll have to meet Great Case, the loser of this game, and Tandua. It's not going to be easy. So anybody everybody really has the chance of making it outright, but nobody is still in the semis until you're there.
Exactly, and you're absolutely right about great pace. They've shown signs that are coming on strong. All right, 2017 is the count. Unproductive thrust by NCC. They're ahead.
Very good pass.
Beautiful.
Arnie Cuadras really brought the team back to life with 2 baskets plus a good assist to Ricky Relosa, and the lead is down to only 1.
Arnie Tuanlis providing the spark plug for Ginebra San Miguel. A minute and 20 to go, first quarter. Franz Pumarin, who just relieved Hec Calma of the quarterback chores for NCC, is very prominent there, along with Elmer Reyes, who also came in during that last timeout.
And also Alan Kaidik.
3-point shot.
No, 2-point shot.
Oh, he stepped on the line. Look at Dennis Still.
And there's going to be an offensive goaltending called against Dennis Still. Maybe we can see that on our slow-mo.
I believe Mr. Robert Gamat made a very good call there. He interfered actually with the flight of the ball.
Let's see this. This shot is going to be missed, and there Still is going to go for the follow-up.
All right, here's Hackett inside no man's land. And again, right off the nose of Dennis Still.
That's the lead for the Ginebra San Miguel squad for the first time tonight, 21-20 after trailing by as much as 9 points.
It was a long and arduous climb for the Ginebras, but they're now abreast. Ahead by 1, actually. Ives Dignadize quickly to Elmer Reyes. Franz Pumarin in the left quarter court against Francis Arnaiz. A lot of rugged action between Michael Hackett and Dennis Still as Dignadize gets it at point-blank range.
Good move by Ives Dignadize. He didn't go straight up for the shot, faked off before taking that 4-footer. Give the lead back to Norton with 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
The young man wearing number 12 for NCC is certainly blossoming as a future superstar. 18-footer taken nonchalantly by Michael Hackett.
Still enough time for a shot. NCC must take it.
4 seconds. Pumarin. Short. And it's all over for the first quarter. We'll be right back.